there's a lot of discrepancies.
There's a lot of discrepancies in the data, and all the arguments are, well, the experts, and there's this appeal to this mysterious authority that nobody really quite knows, but the actual facts don't support those.
I personally think there's an underlying agenda. Not necessarily we have to get into it on that level. I mean, we're just trying to be boots on the ground and interview and support our local businesses. In fact, I'm trying to encourage all of the Ramona citizens to shop here and not Costco. You know, to shop at the local stores. I think you probably affectionately know my wife as the bacon lady. She's the bacon lady that I think we came in 10 or 11 years ago and bought up all your bacon because it was a good deal. So, we definitely want to support the local businesses, and we're trying to get that perspective from everyone here. And I know that people are going to come down on different parts of mask wearing, and I try not to make a big deal out of that either, but people's livelihoods are definitely on the line here, and it's going to affect. There's going to be ripple effects, even if everything opens tomorrow. There's going to be fallout from this for years everywhere, not just in Ramona, but we want to inoculate Ramona a little bit against that. And I think we have a good thing going here too, you know, with the people that live here.
There's a great community up here that really want to support their neighbors, and I think that what this pandemic, if you will, or the shutdown, what it has really shown us is how important it is to have local businesses in our community. Because when we were out of eggs and we were out of meat, I had the relationships with various suppliers. I just didn't say, sorry, we don't have stuff. I was able to go out and find it. If some of the big markets, they got to go through their exact supply channel or they can't do it.
Right.
And so I think it's kind of, it's really illustrated the importance of it on the micro level for our community. And look at the macro level. Look at how much we depend on China. It doesn't make sense from a national security standpoint. We can't have all these critical products be dependent on a foreign government that is literally hostile to us. And has a completely different philosophy on how to treat people and that kind of stuff.
Well, and it's been exemplified by people in our own government and people not in our own government. Bill Gates, for that matter, he's saying they're a perfect society and wants to model everything after that. Right. So, again, I have my reservations about that.
A perfect society, just murder people who disagree.
That's right.
That's not a
perfect compliance.
Yeah, right.
So
never have rioting in the streets. It'll be very short-lived.
Well, and I think Ramona is a great place because I think there's a lot of with people's occupations, there's a lot of occupational diversity. You know, I think going to your decentralizing thoughts on, you know, why are we dependent on China? I think a lot of Ramona can be more self-reliant too, and I think that's gonna come soon. It's gonna come whether we like it or not.
I don't know if it will come or not. I think it's important for it to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's very important. I think this is a great illustration of why it's important. Because, you know, it is an interesting thing. Like the manager at Stater Brothers probably doesn't know someone that can produce fresh milk and have it available for distribution at his location. In fact, he probably wouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But we can do that. I mean, if it really came down to it, I joked one time in one of my early Facebook videos that people, we're not going to starve. I'll go hunt you a rabbit. And it's going to be garnished with rosemary and orange, you know, rosemary orange glaze, right?
And cook for 20 hours.
But you know, the thing is that these are all the just things that we have readily available to us. There's rosemary everywhere, there's oranges everywhere, it's rabbits everywhere. We're not going to starve. But it is important for us to maintain some level of infrastructure and diversity in our business communities so that these things can be readily available to our community. And we're not depending on somebody in a corporate office in, you know, whatever Heights, Illinois, that makes a decision whether or not we get products from this.
Are you willing to answer a somewhat controversial question about mask wearing in your business? Are you willing to defy orders on the?
No, I can answer any question about masks.
Okay. Well, so if someone walks into the store without a mask, do you have a specific policy, a store policy on that?
Yeah, our store policy is we don't. People are making their own choices, and if you're not comfortable shopping here, if somebody comes in without a mask, then that's okay. We understand. But here's the thing: we don't. I have people walking in with their dogs, their service dogs. You know how many people lie to me about having a service dog? Slightly less than 100%. Slightly less than 100%. But what I am. Oh, sure, we don't want to block the door. Sorry. And I'm able to ask two questions about a service dog. Is your dog a service dog? Yes or no? what services it's trained to provide. And almost everyone will lie to me about that. Almost everyone. So with the mask, with the, there's actually with HIPAA compliance, you're not allowed to ask people what their medical conditions are. If someone says, I have a medical condition, they don't even have to tell you they have a medical condition. It's their private business, but they may have emphysema, they may have COPD, they may have asthma, they can't wear a mask. You know, I might have a 30-year-old with autism, for whatever reason, he can't put it on his face. And I don't want, and I already told my staff this on Sunday, we actually had another customer trying to enforce the mask policy with a different customer, and it got a little bit heated. And I said, we cannot be in the position of trying to determine who is and isn't required to wear a mask based on their emotional or medical condition. We're not going to take that. That's going to, and if people are shopping in my store without a mask and it makes you uncomfortable, well, I'm sorry, then maybe this isn't the place to be. But we're going to maintain our humanity. Our customers are our friends. They've been here for us for 12 years while we've struggled and grinded out to try and make this place exist. And we're not going to take a stick and measure people's distance from each other and browbeat people about wearing masks. We're going to maintain our humanity. We love our customers. They're our friends, people in our community. Whether or not you're my friend today or my friend next week, you're going to be my friend. And so if you've decided for whatever your personal reasons is the mask isn't necessary or you're not willing to wear it, there's no judgment here. And not only that, but medically, it's illegal for me to ask what your medical condition is, why you can't wear a mask. So I can't get into that about evaluating each individual person. I don't want to be in that position. It's just not appropriate for us.
Well, you know, it's really well said, really elegant, and the more you know, knowledge is power, folks. Well, I really appreciate your time, and you know, I encourage everyone to go shop at Ramona Family Naturals. I've been shopping here for more than a decade. Products are great. Come support your local businesses, guys. This is it.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.
This is it. So, you know, come support Robert Bradley and his family. It's very important that we do that.
And you know what? It's really cool. Is like I have a relationship with your brother. He does work for me. We're able to, you know, it just stays in the community. My employees all work here in our community. It's really cool. That's money that comes in here for your purchases and transactions. It stays in our community. It goes into people that live here, into their bank accounts, and then they shop and spend and buy gas and go to concerts and do whatever. They do all that here in our community. And it helps our community. It really helps a lot.
And I don't think we asked you a question about, I might be able to guess where you stand on this, but should Ramona reopen in stages? Should it reopen right now? Should it reopen yesterday? Should it never reopen again?
Well, it should definitely reopen. Here's my general position on that. I think that we should be in a position that if people want to go out and support their local businesses and they feel, and there's some risk involved, let the individuals take the risk. And if you feel unsafe, and you feel that you want to stay home and shelter and arrange for deliveries for food and necessities,
Free your face.
that. But let's let the community make that decision.
Okay.
I think there's plenty of reason right now to allow people to make that decision.
Yeah, and I personally think it's going to be worse in the long run if people aren't working. I mean, it's going to be worse.
It's not good.
It's
not good.
I think we're going to see a lot of casualties as a result of the policies, not necessarily the virus personally. But again, you know, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for getting on camera. I know it's not. I don't personally want to be in this position where I'm on camera.
Right.
And I don't know where you feel on that, but
you know,
I kind of feel like, you know, now's the time, guys.
Here's how I feel about being on camera. It is a sensitive area because I will likely lose customers and probably some friends for my comments and my position on the mask and all that. I don't want to do that, but on the other hand, other members of my community are literally, their businesses are closing, they're having trouble paying their bills, they're having trouble with food, and I can't sit here quietly and not support them when for the last 12 years they've been here whenever something terrible has happened to me, they've been here to help and support me, and I'm out here to support them today. So you got to stand up. You have to make a stand, and it's not going to be popular sometimes, but you got to say and do what's right.
Well, you know, again, thanks again. Should we do this on camera?
Well,
all right,
fine. You know, I mean, it's just silly.